Beer tap.
And let's see how terrible I am at this game.
Actually, I out of a lot of the arcade games that I played, the top three had to be for me Centipede, Tapper, and Classic Donkey
Well,
Kong.
we're already screwed up once, so you can already tell I'm doing a great job. But I think now I
Drop a
have.
glass.
Yep. Well, I threw one glass too many.
Yeah, incoming. And
Uh-huh.
you know you can travel down the bar and get that glass, right?
Yeah, but it's just gonna come to me anyways.
Yeah, but in later, see how they leave the tips. Later levels, you're gonna have to learn to balance that.
Alright, well, speaking of bouncing things, let's get this guy up top.
Yeah.
No. Oh, God.
Some
Dang it.
get up there, get up there. Yeah.
Back in
As
Bayonets.
you're running an emulator, right?
No, this is Midway Arcade Treasures on PS2.
Okay. Now, hmm.
I did it.
Yay!
Sloppily.
Pops a glass.
Oh, boy.
See, I don't have much on. Okay, commentary. Sorry, I don't have much to really work with. I mean,
Oh, this is
other
gonna be
than
great.
this is a yeah, this is a old game that I used to play quite often at the arcade. Tell you my age? Yeah, I played in arcades when they were still relevant. But this was always one of the top threes. Even that is if they didn't have like Mortal Kombat, um, Soul Calibur, any kind of racing game or anything. There
What
was
was
always a
that?
couple classics.
What just happened?
I think you dropped the glass.
No, I didn't drop a glass. I came up to a customer and it looks like he slit. He sent me down the bar.
Yeah, that's the reason why you always want to clear out your customers first, because they will send you back down because you didn't bring them anything.
Well, let's try this again.
All right, I'm going to close my door.
That would be
There's the
smart.
vocals. Yeah, I apologize for over zealous individuals.
Give me
Anyway,
the glass.
yeah. A lot of people say that there's patterns to the games or to Tapper. I don't. I've never really seen it. It's more of always target the one that's furthest along, no matter what it is. If it's a glass or
That sounds like a
anything.
pretty good rule of thumb, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to master the game, there are any classic arcade game follows an algorithm. But if you're playing something along the lines of an emulator or along the lines of Reamped, which down the bottom, there you go.
Yeah, I know. Remember, you got a 2 second delay, so
Yeah. Um, if you're playing the classic arcade, you always basically want to try to look for a pattern
what?
because
What just?
yeah, keep track.
I don't know what exactly I'm trying to watch for.
The one that he didn't shake.
I think that'd be this one.
There you go.
Oh God! Now it's going the other way. This is so different.
Yep.
Whoop. That could have been disastrous.
And you're doing another good rule of thumb. See if you can try to clear an entire bar in one go, but you're seeing the biggest mistake when it comes to that because of the glasses.
Yeah.
You never want a customer to hit to the end. Of course, that's part of the rules. Something a lot of people don't tend to track is that cosmetically, they want to say it's cosmetic. It's not necessarily cosmetic. But if you look at it, it's forming a pyramid. The highest one is always going to be the one that's got the shortest path. So the ones at the bottom, you don't always want to take priority when it comes to choosing which is what. But again, first rule of thumb, whatever further along, try to hit it. And there you go.
Yep. Good thing I've got lives.
Lars. You got a life? You got a girlfriend? No, sorry.
God, no. What, you think I'm that advanced?
You got 5 more levels before that happens, buddy. No.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna try collect. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if the customer touches you, then
If a customer if you run up to a customer, or if a customer reaches the end of the bar, you automatically lose,
okay.
or you get sent back.
I also. Whoops.
You also lose if the glass falls, like so.
Yep.
So again,
But-
it becomes the gaming
Whoops.
equivalent of a balancing act.
I threw one glass too many.
Yeah.
But I did find out one thing that I didn't know before in that run. The screen wraps, more or less. So, like, if I press up when I'm at the very top bar, then I go to the very
It wraps
bottom.
around.
Yeah.
Which I don't think happened in the original arcade. I think that was something that they did for, I don't know, for emulation, or if it happened in conversion of the game to like consoles and stuff like that. Because I remember originally when you played on the arcade, once you hit the top, that was it. You had to hit that. You had to double tap that bottom button as quickly as possible.
Well, at least that stage didn't take long.
There you go. See, now you're getting the ring of it.
Give
I got a few particular stories, but I think I should try to keep my mouth shut in a lot of things.
I want that tip. Damn it, I want that tip.
That's. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. Unless you're truly going and heading for high score, the tips don't really do a lot.
Well, what else is there to aim for in this game?
Well, true, it's arcade, but I mean, it doesn't really give you a lot other than possibly a run over for lives. But I don't think that happened in Tappers. I think the lives happened in bonus stages, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so it's the far left one he didn't shake.
Yeah.
And it's still in its original position. Awesome.
I'm glad you can keep track of that, because I lost track of that. I never banked on the bonus stages. I banked on double tapping. That's what I banked. Again, for me playing in the arcade, those that used to play the arcades who play arcade emulation now know the famous arcade double tap, and the buttons will pass out on you.
Ah. I guess it's in this stage I'm going to get used to running up the bar to collect glasses when need be. And I threw one glass too many. God dang it. I made the same mistake that got me a game over last time.
Have you tried counting customers?
I usually do that. Doesn't always work.
No, because customers will overlap, but it's a quick look trick.
What I know is that my thumbs will move faster on the controller than my eyes move across the screen.
Okay, so
Which, in cases like this, is a bad thing.
now, I don't. Like I say again, I have certain commentary I could state, but I don't know how far you want to take this or what you really want me to talk about. So I'm going to talk a little bit about gaming history. You know, originally Root Beer Tapper wasn't just Root Beer Tapper. It was called Tapper, and he wasn't passing out root beer. You know that was a revision, right?
I would imagine, because when I typed in Root Beer Tapper as the game we're switching to, it just placed it as Tapper.
Exactly. Originally, a lot of things that people don't realize, a lot of people don't remember anymore, is that originally arcade games were meant for bars. So when a game like Tappers or pinball games or a lot of things during that time period came around, you know, you were tossing out beer, you were tossing all that. That's why you have the classic, the classic beer. You have the classic bar look. You have the football field. I don't think you get a tailgate. There's like 1, 2, or 3 other stages. See, like right now, think about it. It's like would you really be? Yeah, you'd be serving root beer. You'd be serving soda, but would you also? What else would you be serving at a sports event? Think about that.
Yeah.
Bottom. There you go. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got incoming glass.
Looks like this is going at least a bit smoother now.
Yeah. So you're pushing them. You're pushing them a lot back towards the to the stands. Which that's another thing to state. What do you think the original goal of this game is?
I'm gonna assume it's not what I'm thinking, based on the fact you're asking me this question in the first place.
Well, I'm asking on the sense of people that watch. So, what do you think is the actual goal of this game?
I mean, the standard thing I can think of is to make money. Because you're
That too. No. No, actually. No, the actual goal is it's basic crowd control if you think about it. You're trying to push back as many of your patrons as possible. How do you do that? You offer them beer. You offer them root beers, more specifically.
Okay,
Everything
well,
else is
at least I
secondary.
experimented, so I did it.
Yep.
Well, I was experimenting was pressing. If I went to fill a glass, it would send me back to the start of the aisle, which now I know it does. Which means I will immediately forget it.
Watch your top bar. And bottom bar. Bottom bar is being a pain.
Oh yeah.
And see, this is where the juggling act comes.
Sucks that I'm a
You gotta-
terrible juggler.
It takes practice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Really does take practice. But people said that about a lot of the classic arcade games. Like I stated before, Donkey Kong was a good one. Centipede is a good one. Centipede is a thing of repetition. If you can, it's quick eye movement, hitting the button. Tapper's kind of the same thing, but it's more of juggling what's coming at you at one time. Again, another reason why I love Tappers. Well, I don't know what else to really say about Tapper, truthfully. I mean, it's a good game. I would highly suggest anyone if you're going to hit the Pirate Cove, I highly suggest you look for something along the lines of the classic emulation, because it does give a little bit more challenge, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, here is also one thing to keep in mind about me. I usually don't emulate games. So
Well,
it's usually something I try to avoid.
true. I'm just stating that there's individuals that do so.
Yeah,
Not including,
I understand that.
not
I do
including
understand
myself.
people who do emulate on a regular basis. I'm just not one of them.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be enough for Root Beer Tapper, because it's basically us playing it over and over again. So,
Yeah. There's
and it
only
seems
about
you were done with your.
five-
It seems like you're wrapping up your thoughts on the game as well. So let's draw another game.